And I guess I'm on. Okay, let's see if it's going to show up okay. I don't know if it's too dark. I'm doing this on Zoom because my tripod's broken. And I have such a nice background because I still have my Christmas tree out. It's still Christmas to me. No, really, it's not. I just love Christmas lights. I love the people that still have up their Christmas lights. I truly appreciate it. When they go down, it's so sad because then January is so blah. I just count down January. It's just like get every day over with this month. Okay, I'm here to talk about that time when New Year's comes and people are wanting to, get back to the healthy eating, lose the weight, whatever they're choosing to do now. Exercise, which could be a big thing too. Not everybody has weight to loss. Not everybody wants to, and it is not even my favorite subject to talk about at all anymore. But what does frustrate me, I have to say for sure, is all the conflicting information out there. There's so much conflicting information out there. And of course, it is even worse when you are a woman 45 and over and you are going through the midlife change or has gone through the midlife change, because you're like, I don't know what to believe, right? I don't know what to believe. And you may have tried so many things before and nothing seemed to really work. Or you tried exercising like crazy and maybe you still are and thinking, I got to go back to the gym. I got to start exercising. I got to start doing something. I need to start running. Maybe I need to walk 3 hours a day, whatever it is, right? There's conflicting and confusing information with food and with exercise. And the thing is that yes, when you are in this midlife phase, you do need to make certain changes because your body processes starchy carbohydrates differently. So if you're still eating a lot of starchy carbohydrates in this phase of life, you are going to keep gaining weight and you probably have a really hard time losing it. And you could end up in insulin resistance, even metabolic disorder, blood sugar levels all over the place, because your body kind of sees those starchier carbs as sugar. So even if you're eating oatmeal, even if it's potatoes, even if it's rice, even brown rice, right? Things like that. Now, if you are in postmenopause, thing is that lots of women think, well, I'm finished. I'm in postmenopause. Why is this still the way it is for me? And that's probably because you haven't cleaned up your eating, right? That you just continue to eat those things through. And so you still have issues. Your body's still processing those foods. And you're not eating enough of the right foods. And I did a discussion with so much bad information out there, right? And something different does work for everybody. What I want you to know is you are different. Even though let's say you get 5 women in one room who are all 50, let's say, or 45, they can still all be different, as in what works for them is different. So if you try a diet your girlfriend tried and she had great results and you tried and you have no results, that can happen. It doesn't mean you're hopeless. It doesn't mean something's wrong with you. It doesn't mean you're never going to have success, right? It just means that wasn't quite for you. So there is no best diet in menopause. There is no, so if somebody tries to tell you this is the way to eat, this is the best solution, this is, right, all of these things, if they're trying to convince you that one way is right, then don't follow. Try it. Yes. Why not try it if it seems to make sense to you, right? If it's some stupid ass like carnivore diet, which is the most ridiculous thing on this planet for a woman to eat, as far as I'm concerned, then, have some common sense, right? Like some common sense. Jeez, they're saying vegetables and lots of vegetables and greens are not good for us. Actually, not good. Someone had a conversation with me about this. And I'm like, I'm not even going to talk. I'm not even going to argue. I'm not even going to try to convince you. They sent me a video about this guy talking about the carnivore diet and how certain vegetables aren't good for us. And I'm like, you know what? I'm not even going to watch it. I didn't watch it. I'm like, I just have no time. So you need to, we got to find what works for us, but we also got to use our common sense. What feels good to you? What feels right? Stop listening to all these crazy things out there, right? Do your own research. Like I asked him, I said, have you read this China study? Have you watched any videos about vegetables, right? Have you watched anything else? Have you heard anything else? There's so much conflicting information out there, but you can make anybody believe anything, as we know since the last 2 years. Come on, look what this crazy ass government has made people believe, or the medical system. Now, if you think right there should tell you can't believe what you read and you can't believe what you hear most of the time, right? Because that was some whacked up stuff, right? Like, come on, believe all those stupid, idiotic things are making people believe. Hi, Shannon. Hi, Kate. So I know some people may not like my video because I'm just going to get real and I'm not going to hide anything anymore. I'm so tired of it, right? But, you know, I don't care if you want to be paleo or if you want to be keto or if you, honest to God, right? Do what is best for you. Notice how your body feels, right? Notice the results you're getting. What's your energy level like? What is your mood like when you eat those kind of foods? How does your body feel, right? Are you just gaining, or are you maintaining and it's feeling actually really good? And you're like, I love eating these foods. They seem to do so well with my body and I seem to thrive and my energy levels are good. All of that, then bravo, that's so good, right? That's so good. And then most people know what foods are good, right? We know that eating too much sugar is not good for our body. We know that not eating enough vegetables and greens is not good, because those are where we get our minerals, our vitamins, our essential fatty acids, amino acids, all the good food that our body is meant to process, right? Our body loves the plant proteins. Now, yes, there are certain plant foods. You got to remember that not everything is great and not everything is good to eat raw, which is what this guy was talking about. But do your own research too, right? When you're like, it's like being open. Okay, well, I'm learning about this. This kind of makes sense to me, but that's conflicting what this other person is saying. So let me just see what this other person is saying. And then use like your common sense and your like awareness of like, oh, that kind of makes sense to me. Or that sounds really stupid. Right? So if something just hits you where that sounds stupid or that doesn't sound good, then don't follow it, right? Like listen to we need to connect to our inner and to our intuition and to our inner knowing, because we all have it. But the problem is we've been programmed out of it. We've been conditioned not to listen to it, not to trust our bodies, not to trust ourselves, right? People, I mean, we're raised in our schools and stuff to know you're wrong. The teacher's right. What you think about that is wrong. Like from interpreting poems, right? There's no wrong when you're interpreting a poem. That's your interpretation of it. But we were taught, right, that, and if we spoke up and we were wrong, people laughed at us. People thought we were stupid. We began to feel stupid. So then we stopped trusting ourselves and started looking outside ourselves for so many answers. What's the answer? I just don't know, right? So when you start to follow specific things that it's just because that person's saying this is the right way, this is the way to do it, this is the right way, and you go into it like going, okay, I'm going to try this, I'm going to see, and then you say, I'm going to see how it feels with me, and I'm going to use common sense. If they're telling me to eat, you know, like only these types of foods, like some people do keto or paleo, eating a lot of bad meats, a lot of fats, a lot of bad unhealthy fats. That may get you into ketosis, but actually it's not healthy, right? Like having the awareness that, well, eating that much bacon and cheese every day, that can't be good, right? No, it's not healthy for you. You can also look up acidic foods, alkaline foods, what alkaline foods do to your body, what acidic foods do to your body, right? I mean, if you don't want to believe Google or YouTube, go to research paper. There's lots of research done on foods, right? So we have to use our own awareness. We have to use our own discretion, your own intuition, get trial and error, right? Like trying something, seeing how we feel, seeing how it feels to us, seeing how our body reacts to it. And then also knowing that if you have digestive issues, that's going to you're going to have a really hard time finding what's really right for your body until you heal your digestive, right? I know some products that are really, really good for that. So if you have any digestive issues, just let me know, because they are US. So if you're in the US, you're very freaking lucky. If you're in Canada, they come to Canada, but you have to pay US dollars. But you can still get them here, and they are fantastic. But note that, we just got to be smart about it. And it's not about giving up everything. And it's not about deprivation. And it's not about, you got to find what's right for you. And you can find what's right for you. And you can eat in a way that you like. And that's not a hardship. And that's not too much of a struggle. That is all possible. Right? That is all possible. And that's the way I help women. That's the way I help women, is really about, it's for each individual person, what's going to work for each individual person, and it help you discover what's going to be right for you. Right? But then that also requires you needing to be consistent and actually following through and doing it, right? Like choosing it, consistent, follow through, noticing what little stories, lies, or those beliefs that come up in your head that tell you, because you had a stressful day, you're going to eat all these bad foods. And another thing is, if you tend to eat a lot at night, or when you're bored, or when you're stress eating, really that is all in the mindset. That's all emotions. That's all stuff that you are doing because of traumas or because of things that have gone on inside of you. So forcing yourself, or keep telling yourself that you're just going to stop it magically one day, probably won't happen unless you kind of do a bit of mindset stuff around that, and a bit of healing, and a bit of understanding and awareness of why you do those things. And that's what I help with in my programs too, right? Just knowing that the exercise and eating in this phase of life and beyond is different. So if you're following someone in their 20s, 30s, even early 40s, and it doesn't work for you, that's okay. It's just because they're not taking into consideration the changes that are going on in your body. And even though they may say it doesn't matter what phase you are, how old you are, this diet will work, it might or it might not. I wouldn't, because no one can guarantee that. No one can guarantee that something's going to work for you, because they don't know you. They don't know your body. We don't know what the insulin levels are like in your body, what hormone issues you might have going on, any of those things, right? And that all comes by taking time to try things, get the knowledge, the information. It's trial and error. It's being consistent. It's tweaking as you go. And that's really how you get results, right? May not seem like any magic formula, but that's really the right way of doing things. And the exercise for women at this phase, you got to do some sort of strength training or body weight training. You just doing the walking, the jogging is not, you're not going to tone. You're not going to get stronger. You're not going to be like balanced, muscle balances. You're not going to have you're going to have areas that are too tight, areas that are too weak. So you really got to kind of work on more of strength training and strength stability and balance for your body, especially as we age. So crucial and so important. So I want you to put the focus on health. It's not just about the weight loss. Put the focus on health, right? And doing what feels right and best for your body. And if you need help, please reach out to me. I am here. That's what I do. I have room for one-on-ones. All right. I just wanted to come on and just let you know, don't get frustrated. If you tried a few things and things haven't worked, that's okay. It's just you haven't found what's going to work for you. And just there's something probably going on in your body that needs to be maybe even healed first, right? Like your gut or stress levels, because that can affect the weight. You will not lose weight if you're under too much stress in midlife, for sure. And, that affects your hormones. It affects your immunity. It affects your how you metabolize fat. It affects your brain, everything. Stress affects every organ in your body. So if you haven't got that under control yet, then it's time, right? It's time. So if you say this year, I'm choosing to focus on me, body, mind, and soul, that's some of the best stuff you can possibly do. And then every day you're going to want to focus on something that's good for your body, something that's good for your mind, and something that's good for your soul. It can just be that easy, but consistent every single day. Take a bit of time for you. Have more conscious awareness of what you're feeling, what's going on, what you're allowing in your life, how you're being, and what you actually decide, how you desire to feel, how you desire to be, how you desire to look, what you desire to create in your life. Okay, so living with more intention, conscious awareness will help immensely in putting yourself as a priority. All right, that's what I got for you today. So much love for you. Have an absolute amazing. Thank you for watching. Is anybody commenting? Oh my God, I don't have anything here. Anything with starch and sugar like corn. Yeah. I know. Yes, Stephanie, carnivore. No, it's okay that you eat meat. I just meant the whole carnivore diet when they just eat meat and they don't want to eat vegetables. That's what I was talking about. I do need to clear that up. When they say vegetables are bad and fruit is bad and you don't want to eat any of that, if anything's too restrictive or too on one side and discredits everything else, there's a problem, right? Okay, so much love to you. Bye. I gotta just get out of this now.